Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Last episode we benefited from a pretty great rules change, I'm not gonna lie, where everyone gets an extra year of arbitration. Here it is right here. And that's just insanely good, because not only does it extend arbitration, it also gives us 3 years at the minimum instead of 2. So this is going to help us keep these younger players a tiny bit longer. Although, as somebody mentioned in the comments last week, you're 100% right that there's no way in hell that the Major League Baseball Players Association would ever agree to that. Not unless they got something massive in return. Like a salary floor, maybe? I genuinely can't think of anything. Do let me know in the comments down below if you can think of something that would be so earth-shattering that the players' union would accept that. Because I can't see them doing it. So, this was our season to make a big splash. We're spending an awful lot of money on one Kyle Tucker, hoping that he can give us some stability in the middle of our lineup and maybe carry us to the playoffs for the first time in our history. We have, again, probably one of the best rotations in the major leagues. Somebody pointed out that Tucker Davidson would be a pretty decent starter too. It's important to remember the stuff bump. What do I mean by that? Well, the stuff bump happens when you go from starter to reliever. So if you watch, if I change his role to starter, his stuff drops, which drops his ratings. He'd be a mediocre starter, is what we're saying here. And I need a great reliever more than I need a mediocre starter right now. Let's just take a quick look, make sure. Yep, this is all fine. The Rule 5 period is already passed. We're going to have some tough decisions to make here in the very near future, because we've got outstanding players that aren't on the 40-man, which means we might lose them. Emmanuel Rodriguez, look, I'm going to take control of your future, my friend. You had a really good season in Double-A last year. I'm going to challenge you in Triple-A. Who else do we have? I'm going to do one other thing before the season starts. I really don't like Yamal Flores' skill set. He's got good power and discipline, but he's going to strike out a lot. And he's still pretty raw. And I don't want to lose him in the Rule 5. So we're going to be thinking about that. In fact, I'm going to officially put him on the block and see if we get some offers for him. Jefferson Quero, I might put him on the 40-man. A lot's going to depend if I can free up any 40-man spots. Yeah, there's probably a few here that we could free up if we needed to. But I think it's time to get started. I'm really hoping for two things this season. Two very big things. Number one, I want a full season out of Ke'Bryan Hayes. I haven't gotten that for the past 2 seasons, but I'm really hoping that this season he can stay healthy. 2, I'm hoping to see Noah Smith take a step forward offensively. If this is what he is, a 3-win player based mostly on his defense, I'll be okay with it, but I won't be happy about it. And as you can see here, he's still got a lot more room to grow. Someone made the great point of increasing our development budget, and I forgot to do that, so shame on me. But we'll see what happens as the season progresses. Let's see, rotation set. Why are we not starting Maldonado? Because we're stupid, apparently. There we go. I'm really curious about the Maldonado situation here. He's obviously so damn good. He didn't do well in the World Cup of Baseball, that's for sure. And he's open to a big extension. But the thing, he's actually got less leverage now than he ever has before. Because of that 3 years. I just did 2 with my hand, which you couldn't see. So the only reason you know I did a stupid thing is I told you. Oh well. But yeah, this is going to be a very interesting season. And I'm excited to see what comes out of it. Mr. Priester. I agree with giving you a pitch count for one more season. But then I think it's going to be either shit or get off the pot. We either cut him loose or cut off the pitch count. Maldonado's pretty young. Alright. Let's get a month of at-bats in and see how this team can do. Game, just stop. Just stop. Alright. I think that tears it for me. Man, can I afford to trade him? Because I'm really tired of this happening. And I keep not making good third base choices with the hopes that maybe someday... Like, who is the third baseman on this roster? It's not Torrentino. It's not Alamaeus. It's not Hernandez. I guess it's Vargas again. And that just kills everything else. Like, the entire team is worse because Hayes got hurt again. And at some point, we have to establish the fact that, I guess Tucker and Dahlbeck move up. Heck, everyone will move up. And then I'll bat Vargas 8th. Here we go. But I mean, yeah, at a certain point, I have to accept the fact that we're paying our highest paid player is our most useless because he's hurt all the time. I have to do something about that. I don't think I can let it keep... this can't keep happening. It can't. I cannot afford to spend... I have the second lowest player payroll in the entire league, and the highest paid player gets hurt every season. I would be happier about trading him if I thought I had a third baseman I could rely upon. Maybe Escoto was that third baseman. I'm not quite sure. We have an embarrassment of riches on the pitching front. Like, Aguilar looks like he's going to be a real good one, too. Let's keep going here. I guess, you know what? Hayes getting injured in the beginning of the season is better than him getting hurt towards playoff time. But I have a feeling he's going to say, why not both? And, yeah. Yeah, we're just getting destroyed this season. We're competitive, but we're still not as competitive as I'd like to be. And I think it comes down to one very obvious answer. The player we need to be the most successful is the one who always gets hurt. And he's frankly a waste of a roster spot. I know that sounds incredibly harsh, and maybe it is harsh. But, you're trending the wrong way, my friend. That's alright. And he'll be back in about a week. But I mean, this is just getting absurd at this point. I can't keep paying ridiculous sums of money to a player who doesn't stay healthy. Kyle Tucker's doing his job. Noah Smith is really struggling. This is all based off of 1 month, and you can't really overreact one way or the other in 1 month. But at least Kyle Tucker has come in as advertised. Pitching staff has been pretty decent except for Priester. Priester's been really struggling with walks and home runs. We may have to think of making a move there too. Bullpen is mostly fine. This has just been a rough start to the entire season. Maybe the injury to Hayes has made everyone else worse. Let's see how things change when he comes back. Okay. Vargas goes back down. Very easy choice. I'm going to switch Brown and Dahlbeck just because Dahlbeck doesn't seem to be playing that well. And then we do the same thing here. Like, it's about time that I recognize Brown as a premium offensive contributor, which I didn't think would ever happen. And, you know, is he going to hit 316 this season? I sure doubt it, but maybe he will. We'll see. I think he's definitely a better number 5 hitter right now than Dahlbeck. Dahlbeck so far seems like a bit of a bust. Okay. We were briefly in first place for a minute there. Mitch Keller has a blister. And we lost Eddie Yeen for 3 weeks. Alright. 3 weeks is not insurmountable. Let's put you on the disabled list. Sorry, the injured list. I really need to get better about saying that. Sorry. Who's next man up in the rotation? Is it Lansville? Like, I know Lansville here looks pretty thoroughly mediocre, but sometimes thorough mediocrity is what a team needs. And look, I acknowledge we could just push Wallace into being a starter. I don't think he can handle it. His stamina is getting worse. In fact, let's go ahead and change him into being a reliever. He needs to accept the fact that he'll never be a great starter. And then I'll probably change his role in the bullpen too. Let's go and call up Lansville. He can fill the open rotation spot. Because neither Davidson nor Wallace has really pitched that well. I'm going to switch your roles here. And I'm just going to make you middle relief long. I'm just going to make you middle relief, frankly. I don't think having you pitch more is going to help our team. Roberts is struggling a bit. I don't see why. I think he's just been unlucky. Like, his peripherals look really solid. So we'll see if he figures that out. If we look at lineups. Smith, this has to get better. This really has to get better. This is what you were drafted for, to provide quality offense and a great glove at shortstop, and you are badly struggling. I cannot afford to bench you. You need to figure this shit out. I can move you in the lineup, but I'm hesitant. Just because, I mean, kind of across the board, our lineup is not playing as well as it did last season. Except for Kyle Tucker. I guess Dahlbeck is at least hitting home runs, which is better than nothing. But yeah, I don't know what to do about this lineup or how to fix it. I really don't know. My guy, I hate to slow you down, but I have to send you back to Double A. You're also only 20 years old. I shouldn't be too aggressive with you. But you're badly stumbling in Triple A. After a not so great year at Double A, I think you need to go to Double A and get some more experience. Jordan's got the power. That is at least happening. And we just need to see him continue to improve a little bit. But he'll probably be getting a major league call-up in the relatively near future. Hudson, get your shit together. Too much is riding on you for you to just be the worst. Alright. Let's at least play till the first week of June and then see if there's any moves that we can make. I really don't think that there are. I really don't. Unless we trade Hayes. Trading Hayes is a pretty obvious throwing in the towel for this season, in my opinion. Which is why I'm hesitant to do it. And it could cost you my job. No huge changes here. Noah Smith is getting worse at hitting. We definitely didn't need to see that. Hudson Head is just getting worse. Tucker's getting better. Montesino's slipping a bit. Okay. All right. How do we fix this? And the truth is, I don't know how. We just have a team that doesn't hit. Kale Lansville and Priester are both really struggling this season. Priester's given up home runs at a pretty crazy rate, but look at his BABIP. I'm wondering if the issue is defense. Oh, dear Lord, it might be defense. Yeah, this is unacceptable. Smith, you're really looking like a bust right now. I need you to get your head out of your ass and start playing better. Hernandez, I kind of expected this from. And I'm not upset about it. I mean, I'm upset that he sucks, but... Alright. Decisions are being made right now. Having all these great mid-tier prospects doesn't help if none of them can play the game. All right. In the entire minor leagues, you've hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start Tolentino even against lefties. Because Tolentino has actually played quite well. You have not. So maybe just benching you, taking you out of the lineup is going to help. But I don't think it's going to help that much. Noah Smith, you need to start playing better. This is not you. You are not a 218 hitter. You're a 250 hitter at worst. But I mean, so the issue is, how do I fix the lineup now? I just don't have very many good hitters at any position. If I trade Hayes, I'm effectively conceding the season. I should probably trade Dahlbeck. Because, although I know he hasn't really shown it yet, Blaze Jordan is at least hitting for a ton of power. And at some point I have to make the decision, right? I have to say we ride or die with Jordan. Because Dahlbeck ain't getting it done. He's replacement level. He's literally replaceable. And so replacing him is exactly what I think I might do. Although he can play third. So having someone who can go first or third is pretty good. Which then leaves the obvious person to demote being Hernandez, but I can't do that without putting him through options. Or without putting him through waivers, excuse me. So I'm kind of stuck right now. I'm kind of really stuck. I mean, I guess I could start Alamais at shortstop and send Noah Smith to AAA to improve his confidence. But I kind of think he just has to play through it. I don't think there's any way around it. He just has to play through it and get better. So we're kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't. Yeah, I don't know how to fix this without basically blowing up the team. We're going to lose Marisnik. Cole Young is hit quite well in Double-A. Maybe it's time to challenge him a bit and bump him up to Triple-A. Let's keep going for now. And I'll figure out what to do about the center field situation when I actually know how bad it is. Okay, he's gone for the rest of the season, effectively. Okay. So, how do I fix center field in the short term? And I don't want to call up Young yet. I don't. I want Young to get better at playing center field before I think about calling him up. There's Outman. McGuire's hurt. Maciel has never been good. Can Montesino play center? No, he's a decent right fielder, but that's really all he's got. I really don't want Young in the majors yet. I can't afford to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade Flores. And I'm going to look for center fielders. Castro is whatever. Kendall is at least has a couple of good skills that'll make him useful. I mean, he's not great. He doesn't really hit, but he does get on base. He's pretty fast, and he's a decent center fielder. There's a lot to like about him. There's old friend Anthony Alford, who's an even worse hitter, but an even better fielder. Jason Rosario might be the best of our options here because I think he's the best center fielder with enough secondary tools that he won't embarrass himself at the hill or at the plate. I'll see if they'd throw in another prospect. Lord knows I'll always take prospects if I can get them. Trey Morgan wouldn't be a bad little first baseman at some point. I'm going to submit offer, and we'll just play one game without... I'll just let my backup play center for a game. And they took it. So I will complete this trade. Rosario, I'm going to put you right into the everyday lineup. There we go. All right. We have an issue. And it's a big issue, but we have an issue right now. How do we fix this lineup? Can it be fixed? And there's a lot of evidence that says the answer to that question is no. That this lineup is basically a foregone conclusion. Here's the hard facts. I cannot pay you like a superstar if I don't get superstar performance out of you. I don't know, Tucker has cooled off a bit, but he's really just cooling off to his norms. I wish Major League Baseball had what the NFL does, which is where you can have people renegotiate their contracts. Because if I could cut him to cut his salary, I'd keep him happily. How much does my owner like me right now? I mean, I'm not going to get a Cy Young winner this year. But we're worse at offense. That's the end of... That's the bottom line. We are worse at offense. And that was something that had to get better if we were going to be successful. Dahlbeck... I'm not keeping you. I'd rather call up Blaze Jordan and let him flail at the major league level. Because at least he's cheap. And he offers upside. You offer neither of those things. And I'd like to have you as a backup at third base. But then the question becomes, which infielder do I get rid of? If I waive Hernandez, someone's going to claim him. That's not... I don't think that's debatable in my eyes. Hell, maybe I'm better off just having Alameus play second base. send down... How the hell did you run out of option years so quickly? Like, dude, how did you just burn through your option years? I don't know. It's because he's on the 40-man roster, and if you're on the 40-man roster at the beginning of a season, then yeah. Man, I'm really sick and tired of having the same problems every season. Give me new problems. Not, oh look, LOL, highly rated prospect, plays like shit. If you have a great season in AAA, Mr. Rodriguez, you're getting called up. I need to get a spark somewhere. You're my best chance at getting it. I'm apparently collecting outfielders that have potential they never cash in on. That's apparently my favorite thing now. How do I fix this? How do I revitalize this lineup? And I honestly think I can't. I think I have to just accept that that's not happening. Let's wait another month, and we'll see where we are. I will happily take Mr. Yeen back. We can send Lansville back to the minors. I don't know what you're all saying to yourselves at this point, you know. Avi, I don't think that making a decision by freezing make a decision is the best way to use your time. You're probably right. Go ahead and use Wallace a bit less often, please. No, actually leave him as is, because he's probably screwed from that stuff. I'm going to say use Solis more often. Maybe make him the setup guy. We'll figure something out. And where am I picking this year? I'm picking 7th again. Which is whatever. I just need somebody. Heck, anybody. I don't mind this deal at all. Except. I need to fix my lineup. And so even though this trade would make us better, I don't think that is disputable. But it doesn't make me better in the right place, which is namely, I need hitters. Oh, no, you fucking don't. Okay. Hayes is getting a tiny bit better in a few ways. Jordan's picking up the contact. Cole Young is getting better in center field. Zion Rose is improving. What about that one kid? Rodriguez. How's he doing? He's performing quite well, thank you. Nope. Alright. Oh boy, Noah Smith's hitting 211. Stop the bloody presses. Alright, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna fire my hitting coach. You're gone, Luke. Excellent development, good at teaching hitting. You're a contact player? Pretty much all the hitters would love you. I wish you would tell me who would work the best, but yeah. You kind of suck, dude. Alright. So I'm going to promote Gauthier to Major League hitting coach. He doesn't want to be Pittsburgh's hitting coach. Well, that's not very nice of you. How about Pennyfeather? Jesus, nobody wants to be Pittsburgh's hitting coach. Miguel, please be my hitting coach. Save this offense. He is ecstatic, so I don't have to worry about getting fired. That's good news. My base coaches have both been fine. I don't really see any reason to let them go. Let's offer all the minor league coaches. A few people... Alright, Esposito, you're kind of trash. I'm not even going to offer you an extension. You're actually quite good. I would like to bring you back. And I do want to bring back Gauthier. Can I get Gauthier to take over AAA? No, he literally just wants to be in Double A the rest of his career. Okay. Somebody has to want a promotion. Borges, I'm not letting you go. I think everyone realizes that the Pirates lineup is a dumpster fire and no one wants to be the coach of it, which is, you know, honestly fair. I wish I didn't do Tucker again, because Tucker's bad at development. I think I'm just going to fire you. I know that sends mixed messages all over the place, right? But no. There we go. Maybe if I upgrade my hitting coaches, we'll start seeing better results in the minors, too. I agree. I would also not make that trade. Perfect. I think that'll genuinely help. I think having a couple of better coaches might help us in the long run here. And chemistry is still amazing, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I don't really want to give you a major league contract. I'd rather you become a minor league free agent and you become someone else's problem. All right, who we got in the draft? Oh no, sorry, I did want it that way. So we have some legitimate superstars, but most of them are actually relievers. And that's probably not where I would spend my resources. So let's auto pick until I get to choose. Oh, you look like an incredible player. You've got so much versatility. I could put you anywhere in the infield. And you're already a fairly polished hitter. I like Herb too, but he's less polished. Yeah, I will take Mr. Gunnels here. Without a second's hesitation. And let's pick up Willie Acevedo with our second round pick. All right. I looked at Caleb Hampton before. I still like the package. I think he is more than worthy of a third round pick. Joey Burdette, let's take you as well, my young friend. Oh, sorry, I had an extra third round pick, didn't I? Mike, I am sworn to carry your burdens. I like your defense a lot, actually. Your bat is pretty marginal, but this defense will sell in the majors. I will take Mr. Mike Burden. I really like Greg Middleton too, actually. Like, he's very much going to be an all or nothing kind of hitter if he develops right, but he's very fast and very good. I will happily accept a player like that on my team. And then I think I'm really... No, we'll take Duravage here, too. I think for the rest of this, I'm happy to let my scouting director pick. I don't want to bring up the debate again, but you'll notice they're all college players, which is, again, the kind of strategy you would pick if you're looking for high floor prospects. All right. We're gonna play up to the All-Star break, but then we're gonna play up to the trading deadline, and we're gonna see how we're doing. I'm not seeing any Pitt. Kyle Tucker, our only All-Star. Nope, and Solis. I had two. But Aguilar and Rose and Young all made it. Good for them. You know what? This is a blessing in freaking disguise. Of all the players to get injured, Head matters the least to me. I will freaking throw Rodriguez right into the fire. 'Cause I think he can probably handle it. I think what I find most frustrating about this franchise is that our division is so bad that only a pretty minor improvement would take us into playoff contention. And the question is just, where do I find that move? All right, it is trading deadline day. Oh, I was going to say 14 runs. All right. So here is our issue right now. I can't give up on Hayes. For better or worse, we have to ride with him if we're even going to have a tiny percentage chance of making the playoffs. And I think if I can make the playoffs, I've probably done enough to keep my job. But I can still make improvements. Damn it, Bobby Dahlbeck. You got to start hitting better. All right. Rosario is a 63 in center field. Young is a 48. He'd be a worse center fielder, but a better hitter. I will deal with you later. How are you as a shortstop again? You're actually a really good shortstop. All right. I didn't want to do this. I've been kind of thinking about it for most of the season. But what if I move him back to shortstop? Noah, I gave you most of a season to get your shit together, and you haven't. And maybe it's my fault. Maybe I pushed you too hard too fast. You're going back to the minors. I'm calling up Cole Young, and he's playing shortstop. And we're going to see what happens, friends. We are going to see what happens. But this is a man who has played his way into contention. Trading. Where's Jordan? Is Jordan hurt? The dude broke a rib. That's not great timing. I'll tell you what, for a legitimate upgrade at first base or second base, I would probably part with a couple of prospects. Because we're not far from being a playoff team. Which I know is shocking. But it's true. Alright. Who is on the base, or who is on the block? I can't afford Real Muto. We'll just pretend I didn't see that. Verdugo? Oh, hell no. I don't know why I even bothered. I really need first base to be upgraded if I had to choose. Any other positions I could really upgrade? I mean, all of them, but... No, I think center field is actually the more important position. These are just players I can't afford for the most part. I wonder if I could get Tommy Edman. Like, he's been stuck in AAA from them, and he'd be a pretty big improvement over Tolentino or Hernandez. Ah, Ahmed Rosario. Too expensive. Edmund is has that unique combination of he's in my price range and he's pretty decent. What would I have to offer you? Quite a lot. Okay. So we're already at that stage of the process, eh? Fine. What if I offer you Hernandez? Oh, really? I need them to eat some of his salary. What if I threw in Dahlbeck? What if I just gave you Dahlbeck? Okay. What if I asked you to eat part of his salary? I will happily give you random bad reliever. Alright. Now, I do need to trade a second baseman, and it's going to be Hernandez. And let's see what I could get at any batter, really. At first base or center field. Triana is not great. You're just Blaze Jordan with a different coat of paint. You're a ridiculously good catcher. I just don't really have a place for you. Trading for you is only desirable for one reason, and that's if I plan to move Cabrian Hayes. Which maybe I do. Do you have a first baseman on the roster? You would never part with K. McDonald, would you? Alright. I'm going to try to push in some chips here. I'm going to take some of this absolutely ginormous fleet of outfielder prospects and start handing them to you. Kittle. I'm not going to give you Gavin Goudry, but I might give you Jackson Miller or Riley Jackson. Maybe Jackson Miller. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense that he's just laughing in my face. It was worth a try. Alright. How can it be like the A's, where my prospects actually work out? Maybe I need to spend more money. I don't know. Who else is on the trading block at first base? No. Maybe Josh Bell? I could just claim him off waivers and pay nothing. I will happily do that. Who did I trade to get Edmund? Oh, I traded Dahlbeck. That's right. So I do still need somebody to play first base. Well, first of all, Tommy Edman is going to be starting at second base. What is the absolute best player I could get for Hernandez? This is just about clearing a roster spot. Alcantara? You're a bad center fielder. You're a very nice utility sort. I will take you. No, I'd have to put you on the 40-man. Yeah, I will take this guy, actually. I might even call him up to the minor majors at some point. Could I get you to throw somebody else in, Miami? Like Deshaun Knowles, perhaps? And maybe Estevan Carballo? No. I don't think we will regret it. I think he is ignoring the important fact that... Damn it. Alright. Let's do Tolentino. I can't afford to give up on him. Not with the level of talent he might have if he just got an opportunity. What it would actually take for me to get Rustish? Okay, if you'll take a crappy starter, then boom. Alright. If Tolentino isn't starting, he frankly doesn't have a big role on this team. So maybe I trade Tolentino. Sure, we'll take Smith. This is all just about clearing roster spots. And then we're just going to sim forward a day or two and see if we get that player I just claimed. We'll figure something out for first base in the meantime. Because getting Josh Bell for free is a no-brainer, decision. I mean, not for free. Oh shoot! You know what? It might not let me claim him now. I wonder maybe they pulled him back. It won't let me claim him because I can't afford him. I don't have enough money. Shit. Damn it. I guess that means it's Blaze Jordan time. If he's healthy. Gosh, I can't really afford to have nobody play first base for 5 days. Get in here. Are you fucking kidding me? Minnesota, you pieces of garbage. If you knew that he was injured when you traded me, oh my god, that is such a terrible deal now. I'm not going to call Smith back up. I think Smith needs to play every day in the minors. I'd rather call up Vargas. I'll freaking start Hernandez and see if he can handle it. Like, Hernandez is too good a player not to be given at least a chance. If you want to alternate Alameus and Hernandez the rest of the season, I'm not going to stop you. That hugely irritates me. Okay, stop bothering me about Colby Frieda. He's not pitching in the majors. Oh. Rodriguez likes giving him up some gopher balls. I'm going to send you to the minors. Well, let's just rehab you. Wow. Oh, look, who got injured again? It wouldn't be a season with the freaking Pirates if Brian Hayes didn't keep getting hurt. I have no one to blame but myself at this point. I had every opportunity to trade him. I didn't do it. I thought foolishly he would someday improve, and he hasn't. Connor Walsh, you're next man up. No. And it's not just going to be for like a week or two. Nope, he breaks his kneecap. You absolute jackass. This is why we can't have nice things. You know what? I made the wrong call. I acknowledge it at this point. I made the wrong call. I kept the wrong player. Soto, I'm promoting you to the majors. I don't want to, but that's kind of where we are right now. I'm just going to copy this lineup. Oh, you have to generate the depth chart. There we go. There we go. I am so sick and tired of Hayes getting injured that I think he gets traded in the offseason as soon as I can. Someone else can deal with his shit. Look, the team went into a tail slide. What a fucking shock. Man, I am... I can't blame anyone but myself. It's as simple as that. I bet heavily on the wrong player, and I'm paying for it. I mean, Blaze, you can't really afford to keep letting your contact slip, but I guess it's better than nothing. We've got some really terrible players in terms of improving. Right. I'm going to platoon Jordan Cochise for the rest of the season just to see how Jordan adjusts. And then... I guess Frida, just because he's already on the roster. And this is just going to be real simple. Against lefties, we're going to play Jordan, and we'll see how he does. Like, I know still technically we're still in this, but I have a hard time figuring out how players dropping like flies left and right makes us better. I can't call up Aguilar, but I'm really tempted to do that now. Like, so tempted. I'd probably just call up Lansville, actually, and then let, Frida's a 42 right now. Lansville's a 42, but he's going to give up homers like they're going out of style. So that's what we'll do. I would love to bring you back, and I know there's not a snowball's chance in hell that I can afford it. Not unless I trade Hayes. I mean, if I trade Hayes, there's a real good question about whether I should invest that much in an outfielder. I hate having an incompetent lineup. I really do. I hate losing Cabrian Hayes for 8 months out of every season. Thank you, game. That's incredibly helpful for you to cripple yet another one of my players. This is getting absurd. And yes, I know that obviously players get hurt, yada yada yada. But this is just silly at this point. This is absolutely goddamn ridiculous that all these players are getting hurt. The fuck is your problem, Arala? You're probably just a bad trainer. This franchise, from start to freaking finish, has just been absolutely snake bit. Man. Oh, but thank God Jake Marisnik can come back. Who gives a shit? You know what? Go on a rehab assignment to the minors. Lansville, you can go right the way back to the minors, and I'll let Priester pitch. And of course we get blown out by St. Louis, because we had to be. Man, this entire freaking franchise is just absolutely and utterly cursed. Oh, thank God. Thank you for bringing everything to a halt so that Alameus can come back. Game, stop. Look, fine, Jordan. Go back to the minors. Alameus, welcome back. I think what I find the most frustrating is how absolutely, utterly close we were. And we were extremely close to making the playoffs, despite how bad this team was. It's probably more testament to how bad the NL Central is than to how good we are. But we finished 81 and 81. We've arguably never been better. And yet... Okay, this is just annoying at this point. Stop telling me people are coming back for injury, because I don't care. People coming back after the season is over with should just be like, who gives a shit? Man, this is one season. I tell you what, this was a season. And pretty much everything went wrong. But we still managed to win 81 games, which I don't see how we did it, quite frankly. Unless it was just pushing all my chips and getting all those rookies toward the end of the season. Ended up being worth it. Who knows? Alright. You're again going to post an incredibly expensive but useless player. He's happy, though. Which is exciting, I guess. All right. So did anything go well this season? Is there anything here that's worth getting excited about for next season? Offensively, no. Offensively, no. Isn't that a kick in the ass? That every single player on my roster hit like absolute garbage. And I think that is the ultimate damning statement of this season. Like, for everything Kyle Tucker did for this team, and he gave us legitimacy, he wasn't enough. He wasn't nearly enough. And every other hitter was garbage. Except, of course, for Hayes, again, by our best player by a lot, and again, the player that I couldn't keep for 100 damn games. Cole Young puts up almost 2 wins in 2 months, and then immediately breaks a bone in his elbow and is out for 8 months. Tommy Edman, we make a trade to bring in an updated second baseman. He instantly gets hurt. We just kept getting body blow after body blow after body blow until we couldn't make it anymore. What the hell? Oh, we're in the batting stats view. That's right. Pitching, Maldonado turned in an almost carbon copy of his previous season. Priester was decent. Keller was okay. Yeen was fine. We got some good performances out of the bullpen. Again, the pitching staff wasn't the issue. It's this goddamn lineup. And there is no, as far as I'm concerned, there is no answer to it. It can't be done. I cannot make this lineup competitive with what I have to work with. Because we had one productive player the entire season, which was Kyle Tucker, and I can't afford to bring him back. Unless you want to take a huge pay cut, which he's not. Yeah. Man, I really don't know what to do with this franchise. I don't know how to fix this. And everyone's going to say fire the scout and get a toolsy scout. That doesn't fix the issue. The actual issue with this team is we're not developing people. I'm going to shift around some coaches and see what we can do as far as that's concerned. And see, that's the biggest issue, right? I want to promote coaches. I want to give them more of a role. And they're just like, no, I don't want to be promoted. There we go. Someone took a promotion. Do you want to get promoted to high A at least? No. Done. Pitching coach. I'm going to take Marcus here. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how to fix this. I don't think it can be fixed. I think we trade Hayes. I have to at this point. His contract has become just an enormous millstone for a player who doesn't play. When he makes the field, he is everything you want in a player and more. He is a franchise player, and it absolutely kills me that I cannot afford to keep him, but I can. Um, I could give a massive extension to Maldonado, but I won't. Um, I need a lot of money to fix this lineup. Or I need my rookies to actually do their damn jobs. And it's kind of amazing how all these supposed high floor prospects, all of them just completely shit the bed when they hit the majors. Like, I can't remember the last time we developed a good, consistent rookie that wasn't a pitcher. Like, maybe Hudson Head, maybe? But, I mean, this lineup is absolute, utter garbage. And thank goodness for Emmanuel Rodriguez's contributions, or it would have been even more garbage. Nobody is getting better. And that's the crux of our issue. That is exhibits A, B, C, and D as far as I'm concerned. No one is getting better. Hernandez is a great example. Like, he started the season as a 40 out of 69. He's now a 38 out of 62. He got worse when he hit the big leagues. And yes, you can argue these are very young players. I totally get it. But one of these guys has to start producing. Someone has to start hitting consistently once he gets up to the majors, and no one is doing it. I mean, you can also objectively say these are just bad hitters, and I would agree with you. But these are hitters that all have potential, and nobody is taking advantage of that. Not a single soul. And part of the issue is none of these guys are good contact hitters except for Hayes and Tucker. Which means there's always going to be tremendous variability. I get that. But Noah Smith's absolutely abysmal season, in which at no point did he improve, is just... I don't know. Maybe this new hitting coach will help. Maybe Miguel Santana can do what no one else has done, which is make this lineup not awful. But it drives me absolutely up the wall that there are players here, there are coaches that will just not take an upgrade to the roster, which is pretty yikes. You gotta go, son. You gotta go. As long as my budget is this tiny, and I don't see any real change until we start making the damn playoffs, which is why I was so eager to do it this season. Until we can make the playoffs and start punching through this glass ceiling, heck, it might as well be saran wrap for the actual punching we're doing. Until we can break through that, I don't see us getting much better. I'm going to increase my development budget, but I'm going to wait till after I've traded Hayes to do it. Because that's really going to free up a bunch of money. Because I'm hoping if I pour some more money into that these rookies will actually work out. Because we have been god-awful at developing hitters, and there's no two ways about it. We have a lot of high potential players that just are not working out. Sigh. Alright, friends, that's going to conclude this episode. I hope you've been enjoying the series. Until next time, though, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.